Okay, today is February 3rd, 2020, and Mr. Sloan, Stuart Sloan of Sloan and Van Hook, and Penny Boyne came up today. Of course, Catrice Morris had said that her and her sisters conspired to, anyway. And Mr. Sloan found a legal way to get one of them in to see if there's any spoilage in the house. Of course, I'm a great housekeeper, as I guess they seen. I don't know. I mean, I've been keeping this house clean since about 2017. Wendy's came in about anyway, whatever. I wasn't making this video for that. I was making it for evidence. I'm sorry, Ozzy and Harriet's on. Let me. And there's Frank Katie. Oh, here's the remote. Oh, what happened? It's not working. Anyway, whatever. I wanted to make a video because Mr. Sloan saw my computer here in the corner. It's a Goodwill refurbished. Just like the other one was, he requested to produce the computer that the will was typed up on, which I don't see the reason in that. Joan wrote out the will the way she wanted it. I typed it up. I'm sure I made a couple of mistakes, but pretty much I'm sure I typed it up the way she wrote it out. But that computer got to where it wouldn't come on. It asked for an administrative password, which nobody had dealt in. Anyway, whatever. And when I fully moved all my stuff up here, I threw it in the dumpster at the apartments. But this is a computer I bought like November, December 2018 to replace it. And I told Mr. Sloan saw the computer, took a picture of it, and said something. I said, well, that's not the computer that the will was typed up on. He said real, snidely, sure it's not. Like he didn't believe me. I mean, this is I'm the one on the side that's telling the truth here. And he said he didn't believe me, which irks me right now. But anyway, I told him, I said, look at the date, and I'm sorry I'm irked. I'm not angry. I don't really get angry. I get upset. And I'm not really upset. I'm just irked. But perturbed. That fits what he does. Let me get to the point. He was very dismissive, and I told him, I said, look at the date on it, because I know these have dates on them. And he wouldn't do it. Because I think he wants the reasonable deniability to make up a lie. But this is the computer, and I think you can see the date. I got that lamp on. Well, I can see it on the screen pretty well. It's 10/01/18 when it was Goodwill certified. It was certified by Dell. There's the whatever is refurbished. Let's see. That's it's got other things on it in case you want to trace it or something. Okay, that's the number, the refurbished number they put on AJ461. So anyway, that's the envelope that came with it, with the certified by Dell thing. Anyway, I just wanted to make that clear. This is not the computer. I'm not lying. I'm not the side that's lying. Penny Boyne, well, I'm not going to go into that. It's her phone call speaks for itself. All you got to do is listen to it. April 2nd, 2019 phone call, the day after her mother died. Anyway, that's it. I just wanted to offer proof because I'm not lying about this, and that I'm also, going to put up a video that I found of me reading the will. Joan did a codicil I know she wanted Kevin to have that pot, and I told Kevin about the pot. Either the last time he called or the next to last time he called. The last time he called, he threatened me, and I said, "Are you threatening me?" And he said, "I gotta go." I mean, I think he called himself or something, so we didn't speak too long. But I told him about the pot, and I said, "It's not here. There ain't no 30-gallon cook pot here." Well, actually, Mr. Sloan and Penny Bowen inspected today. I'm sure they didn't see a 30-gallon cook pot somewhere. So I'm sorry, I'm going on and on. They did see, well, it's not really a memorial, it's just a cross I made for Joan. It's got a cross on it, and it just had a nice design in the wood. And of course, my baby's an angel now. And this was her Eeyore shirt, jacket. She wore it a lot, and the Fearless was a pillow I got for her when she was coming back from her neck operation. We'd been dating almost a year about that time. And we got engaged actually about a year after we started dating. October 2017 is when we got engaged. Now it was January 2018 when we did it at the church. And that was Joan's idea. Anyway, I just wanted to get that computer thing cleared up, because when you're called a liar by when you're insinuated that you're a liar by someone like Mr. Sloan, it's kind of doubly disgusting. And whatever. I just wanted to put the proof up here. I know most people hadn't sat around. I know it's corny. I wanted her ashes, but this is sometimes, I'll toast her or bow to her or talk to her here. I mean, I don't have to be facing this to talk to her. I talk to her all the time. And I know she hears me. And I know she's ashamed of her daughter. Daughters. I know Penny said that all the girls agreed on that deathbed oath that Penny took, and that I would get the house and all this stuff as Joan requested. They would honor their mother's request. Penny said, as you know, Joan's strong-willed, very strong-willed, and makes her own choices. Now, of course, that was before she got the dollar. Well, I can't say that. She's always had dollar signs. The day after Joan died, they were calling her bank, trying to find out how much money she had in the bank. I mean, really? Anyway, these are just bad people. Bad people. That don't look too bad on the screen. I know it's corny. It's a memorial to my baby. You see, there's two angels there, if you look closely. There's a little angel in the back. This is her chair, by the way. Those of you who don't know. She had the chair right in front of the TV set, which, Ozzy's trying to skate. And there's Ricky. There's David. And there's Ricky. So, I miss my baby. And she would have been squarely fighting these bad people. Her own daughters, yes. She didn't disinherit them for no reason. But, in the will, in the codicil to the will, she actually leaves Kevin more than she left her daughters. That says a lot. And she didn't even really like Kevin that much. But she didn't dislike him. Catrice she didn't like. But honestly, what kind of person would like Catrice? But Kevin, she never said that he did her wrong, stole from her, borrowed money from her, or anything like that. So it's not so much that she liked him more than she liked her daughters. I think she just respected him more than she respected her daughters. So she wanted him to have that pot, and I talked to him about it, and I said, it's not here. We think Woody got it. And he said, well, that's okay. Don't worry about it. And there was another pot, and he said, don't worry about it. At the time, he just wanted his father's ashes, and I was trying to get them to him. And he was angry about everything. They're angry about the will, all that stuff. He was talking about the house and how much work his father put in it. And it's true. I'm sure he did put a lot of work in it. But unfortunately, his father died. And, you know, man plans, God laughs. I mean, but anyway, I talk too much. I know that. I would never make a good lawyer because I talk too much. And Joan was a lawyer. Joan taught me how to, you know, do the format, I guess you call it, and stuff. I mean, I'm not very smart. I know that. But I don't do anything unless I got truth on my side. And on this, I've got truth on my side. They're trying to defraud Joan's estate. I mean, the daughter even said, Joan loved you. She's excited about our plans for me and hers plans for the future. You know, I'm her husband. Joan's strong with. I mean, she said all this before the greed. I wish I could think of that word where somebody speaks in the moment and then changes the story later on to fit their needs. And that's what Penny did. Penny was basically speaking the truth on April 2nd, 2019. That looks too much like a head. I wasn't trying to make it like a head. It was just a cross with, I'm a wire. I use wire a lot, so I put, you know, it's just a cross. I wasn't trying to make anything significant. It's just my baby. It's my baby, and I miss her. Yeah, if someone knows Joan, they know she was good. She was a good person. That's it. I just wanted to make sure that Mr. Sloan in this video knows that this is not the computer. I mean, you make your snide remarks, you butthole. I mean, you know, it's not everybody's dishonest like you are. I mean, and yes, I good faith, honestly believe you're dishonest. So I'm not saying that because I'm angry at you because you're on the other side or anything like that. I honestly believe that, sir. So I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm being honest. And I believe that most of this fraud that they are perpetuating, the annulment, etc., is from crafted through you. And, you know, once they get on a witness stand in federal or state court, they might turn on you. They're facing time for perjury. So, because they knew their mother. Well, anyway, of course they know everything they're saying is fraudulent. But I think Mr. Sloan knows it too. And if he doesn't know it by now, after hearing Penny's April 2nd phone call, any reasonable person would know it. So if he moves forward after that, then yeah, he's all in with the fraud, because she was choosing her words carefully, but she was still speaking mostly truth, because she didn't know that her mother, and like her mother told her sister on January 2nd, 2019, in their phone call, Joan and Rose, she said they'll regret it one day, because, you know, they didn't come to Joan unless they needed something. The daughters are the grandchildren. Now, when they were kids, I think they used to stay with Joan over the summertime and stuff. And, of course, they love her. I ain't saying they didn't. No one gave Joan a gift on Christmas except for me. No one. And Joan didn't buy anything for anybody but me and Wyatt. Of course, we were supporting Debbie at the time, but anyway, again, I'm going to show you the date, Mr. Sloan. And I'm not trying to be insulting to you. I'm going to ask that everything, y'all drop everything. And because I think I've got very, very good case. I mean, more than preponderance of the evidence of fraud, malice, in both state and federal court. And conspiracy, I mean, it's endless. Slander, libel. It's conspiracy to defraud. But I just want to live in peace. I'm a peaceful man. Anyone who was here today saw that, yeah, I stand up for my rights. I didn't think Mr. Sloan had the right to look into my storage buildings. The judge said he could look into the house to see if I was, I guess, destroying it, pulling up the floors or something like that, which I'm a very good housekeeper. I've always been a good housekeeper. But I've got a lot of stuff, but I'm a good housekeeper. I gave in. I didn't want another court battle. Because maybe the judge meant he could look into storage buildings. I wasn't trying to hide anything necessarily. But I just felt like my rights were being violated with him coming in my home. But, that can be considered reasonable in some courts. But anyway, I'm not even going to harp on that. I was a good guy. I eventually showed him everything. I wasn't trying to hide anything. And for Mr. Sloan, when I said that's not the computer that typed up the will for him to... I'm sorry about the Ozzie Inherit in the background. Oh gosh, that's Busy Christmas. That's my favorite Ozzie Inherit, Busy Christmas. Silent Night. My baby Miss Christmas. I'm not going to go there. For Mr. Sloan to call me this, and basically he did. He didn't call me a liar. He just said, oh, sure it isn't. Very condescending. But it isn't. It isn't. I don't try to deceive anyone. I've got no reason to deceive anyone. I'm a good guy. I took care... Never mind. I'm just going to show the date one more time. I need to get off this phone. Okay, that's Goodwill. That's the date, 10/01/18. The will was executed on 6/5/18. I think it was 6/5. Yeah, we got married on 6/4, which was Joan's choice because her birthday's on the 3rd, and Brittany, Penny Bowen's daughter, got married on the 5th the year before. And Joan didn't want to, have that anniversary on her. So she chose the 4th, and that's when we got married. So that was a good husband. Good guy. It's just that greed has gotten in these. These are just the daughters that used her, abused her, cheated her, and now they're trying to do the same to me. But without me being their mother. So this video is basically only for Mr. Sloan, and if he went this far, hey, well, I guess he has to, because I might have revealed some evidence, which I probably did, but I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm a good guy. Joan wrote the will. In the video, I think I even said, I haven't looked at it, but once I think I actually said, the will you wrote. And I read it, which, I could read, faster than Joan. She could read good, but she was just read slow. Anyway, whatever. He's going to make something out of everything. I just didn't want him to make a lie out of this computer, because this is the only computer I got to type up my, future complaints on that I'm going to file in federal and state court. And I don't want him lying and confiscating it, saying that this was it. So again, I'm going to show the date. It's a Goodwill certified computer. I think I showed the top. There's the barcode. It's a Dell desktop. Whatever. That's the whatevers. And that's the date. And that's the 1006-671 and 10/01/08. So there you go. That's it. I'm telling you, drop all these suits, all these complaints. Let me live in peace, and I will do the same to y'all.